It's never easy to win on the road in the NBA, and by the look in the eyes of the Orlando Magic players, they know they've got a job ahead of them. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at Los Angeles. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position.
And you know, for the Lakers, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, Aaron Gordon is progressing as a shooter. He said, what I've done is connected my three, my pull-up, and my free throw. They're all the same shot now. I'm going to keep trusting my skill, and eventually it'll all come together. My motor, I feel like whatever I'm doing out there, I can just keep going and going. Kevin?
Tremendous athleticism. Thanks, D.A. Well, Clark, no doubt you've been through this many times. The regular season is a grind. I think you said that before. Do the veteran players need to teach the young guys how to handle that schedule?
I clearly think, Kevin, that the veterans can be helpful, but there's nothing like firsthand experience. And you really have to experience the length and the grueling nature of the season to understand how you best can weather the schedule. But veterans certainly can be helpful.
Is there a rookie wall, Clark? Is that true?
Yeah, I think there is one. Clearly, I hit it, and most rookies that I've talked to during my time and beyond find a period in that season when they bump into that wall.
A look at the Magic starting group. Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Brett Van Vliet. And it's Wall in at the shooting guard position. For the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Jay out there with Reed. And it's Adams in at the 5. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against the Utah Jazz.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, Greg, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Isaac with the ball. He's picked up by James. Here's Van Vliet. Bangs home the trifecta.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac, Kevin. I mean, a solid teammate who's always ready to share the sugar.
In the corner, it's James. To the wing right side. Hernandez passes to James. 4 on the shot clock. 16 feet away. And he overshot that one, missing.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
There's Van Vliet after the made shot from Hernandez. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Adams. James against Papa. LeBron with the bucket.
That's as good as you can defend LeBron inside, and it's still not good enough.
Pass to Bamba. Now here's Van Vliet. Defense right on him. The Magic shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Free throw good, Van Vliet. Both shots good from the stripe.
just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Hernandez. Oh, he misses the dunk.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Here's Bamba, and Adams sends it down. Loads it up for Davis, stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Now here's Wall, covered by Hernandez. And they call an illegal screen here. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Let's take a look at the Cavaliers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlooked them as a top team.
And Orlando making a change here. Vucevic just checked in. Hernandez, covered by Van Vliet. No good from Hernandez.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Lakers trail by 3.
You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
Van Vliet with the bucket. Van Vliet's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. Pass to Davis. Shoots over Bamba. And again, no good by the Lakers. Magic leading by 5. No one near Wall as he lets it go. And Davis sends it back.
Well, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive...
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Crowder. To Isaac. Now here's Van Vliet, defended by Hernandez. Van Vliet can't get it to go. And the athleticism is obvious for Gordon, but he continues.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it, Kevin and Greg. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Knicks was superb. He added 37 points, and his hustle on the defensive end was amazing. He had a number of steals. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he loved to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
1:43 left to play here in the half. Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered by Hernandez. Gordon kicks to McGee. Just 5 on the clock. No good again that time.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kevin, there. I mean, I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Isaac misses. Lakers leading by 4. Here's Hernandez. An easy 2 points on the layup. Jaeden got 7 points here in this quarter.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Now here's Wall. He's coming off a 22-point game against Utah.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Yes, that goes in.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Lakers.
Bamba against Davis to the inside. And it drops once again. The bucket from Hernandez. Jaeden got the lead back up to 6 now for the Lakers. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. Van Vliet passes to Vucevic. He dishes it to Wall. 1 second left. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Wall's got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, Vucevic, so solid in all fundamentals of the game and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
Time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Jaeden. XCU's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Magic, Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Wall in at the 2. Los Angeles on D. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Shot clock at 6. Nice D from Hernandez. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Clark, who are a few under-the-radar guys who really get it done scoring the ball at that forward position?
Well, I tell you what, a couple of names that come to mind. Bogan Bogdanovic, outstanding scorer. Gallinari, and then John Collins, the young fellow down in Atlanta. Those 3 guys are all a little bit undervalued as scorers.
That free throw, no good.
But there are only a handful of players who've been on the line more often than LeBron, and no surprise, every one of them a Hall of Famer. That's where he's headed to.
And he sinks the second. The Magic trail by 7. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Magic. On Friday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings. Lakers. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Out left of the wing, Isaac. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Isaac's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, you know what? I think you've got to have that shot in your game, even if you are a big guy now. And Isaac demonstrating that he does have that in his game.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the bucket by the Lakers. Reed against Wall. Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Van Vliet. No good on the 3.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
The Magic trail by 8. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Here's Van Vliet, 11 points in the game. Ball stolen. Now the Lakers on the break. And he gets off the fast break with a monster slam.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Now here's Wall. He's guarded closely. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing.
Oh, that was terrific!
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And here we go. He's running again. Oh! And he goes in for the dunk.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, man. You can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
One thing about Kyle Kuzma, Clark, he's not a ball stopper. When he touches the ball, he is shooting it.
I would not disagree with you there, guys. He is fearless looking for his shot. He hunts his shot aggressively, and he's very efficient. He doesn't need a lot of dribbles, but one thing I like about him is that he doesn't hold on to that ball long. He's going to make a quick, decisive move or get it out of his hands.
No good on that.
He's like Mortar when you look at Rondé Hollis Jefferson. He's a guy that holds things together, plays with great energy and effort, and that's contagious and also beneficial for a team.
Vucevic, he's checked in for the Magic. JaVale McGee comes in for Fred Van Vliet. And the second free throw, good. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
The Lakers making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. All with it, now guarded by Hernandez. Vucevic, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Outside Crowder, 5 to shoot. No good from outside. And here's the Lakers. They're on a 17-4 run. Horton Tucker, that's good. Horton Tucker's got 6.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Crowder with it. From deep three-point range, and so it's Los Angeles with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there for him.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Antetokounmpo. He's out there with Steven Adams. Jay out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 2 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
No good on the free throw. LeBron's checked in for Antetokounmpo. He hits the second from the line. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro level.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question, because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media, so they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually, but on occasion it does get a little carried away.
The Magic trail by 20. Out to the right wing. Isaac kicks to Wall. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. And the Magic making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. shoots. Can't nail the jumper.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Now here's Wall after LeBron James's miss. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Van Vliet with the bucket.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Adams trying to free himself up. Can't get it to fall.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And, Isaac is a high percentage shooter. Takes good shots and makes a good percentage of them. And he's very skilled at getting position to throw it down on you.
Here's Hernandez. Vucevic with the block. Now, here's Isaac. Covered by LeBron. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's Hernandez, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. Good from Hernandez. Ahmed Baba, he's checked in for Orlando.
Lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
Pass to Reed. Lakers working the ball around now. Trying to get open is Davis. And again, the Lakers, no good. Shot from 12. Again, the Magic score. Timeout called the Lakers.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Jaeden.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
In the corner, Reed with it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Stolen. It's stolen by Wall. Got it, and the Laker lead has been cut to just 11 on the basket from Van Vliet.
Well, so often we see this, transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
And Bamba pulls it down.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his mates in the last quarter.
Los Angeles leading by 11. Here's Hernandez, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Bamba. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Hernandez, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Los Angeles. And the 1 for 2. That's good from Hernandez. Both free throws good from Hernandez. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're behind by 13. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. And Adams sends it back. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Amba finds Isaac. Right wing. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. The Lakers will take possession.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Lakers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a two-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jaeden.
Well, his defense was tremendous tonight. Really, really high level. He was a pest, forced the opponents into a lot of turnovers.
And it's the Lakers on the break. And finished off by Davis.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it.
Now here's Van Vliet. Outside, Wall. Back to Van Vliet. Softly drops in the floater.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Hernandez, covered by Van Vliet. Hernandez passes to Adams. So it's Los Angeles win this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that's going to do it. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Jaeden, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Let's see you next time. Have a great evening.